And then I'm going to put some water in this can. Put my water in here. I'm going to put water in the can again in case we need more, because it's going to evaporate. And we'll just leave this on the side here. And then we're going to take and we're going to mix this. And we got background noise. We got background noise in our famous pizza sauce video. And now I'm going to take some spices and put it in here. Let's see, you can spice it however you want. I'm going to use some Italian seasoning, which is a mixture of all kinds of stuff. And usually I put about a small palm of spices of each one of these. And then I take another oregano leaves. I like oregano leaves. See, a little bit right there. And then we have this garlic. Where's the garlic at? This is the one I like to use right here. It's just a little garlic chunks. Now I like to go heavy on the garlic. You can do whatever you want. And we're gonna mix this in. Oops, sorry guys. Sorry YouTube. And then we're gonna let it simmer. Simmering. Now we want to mix this sauce till it gets consistent all the way through with all our spices in it. We'll put a little tiny bit more water, because it's always got to be thinner before it rests, because it's going to shrink because of evaporation. And it's still pretty thick. I want a little bit more water. And then as soon as it simmers again, we're going to turn off the stove and just let it sit. I put 2 layers of parchment paper, one over the other, and then you can roll it out so you can get a super extra thin crust, which some people like. We're making a regular and then a super thin. Here. That's my trick. And then you'll notice that will peel right off. Parchment paper peels right off. This is a really good tool to have, the parchment paper. Pizza sauce that we made. That looks like about enough, huh? Some people like it saucier. Some people like it a little drier. We don't put too much because we got a lot of vegetable mushrooms and stuff on there, and that's going to add a little moisture to it. And we're just going to give it a nice healthy coat, not too heavy. And then we got to get the cheese. Can't have pizza without cheese. Before we put the cheese, let's see. How about we put a few chunks of tomato on it? That's something I like to do. Put a few chunks of tomato in there. Some people like it, some people don't. I like the flavor of these tomatoes. And we'll just go like that. And then we'll just kind of spread them out a little bit. A couple more right there. On this side. There. That looks beautiful. Okay, now we'll put the rest of our stuff on. Start with a little bit of cheese. Mozzarella cheese. Oh my gosh. It's a brand new bag. Okay, let's put some cheese on here. Maybe a little bit more, huh? What do you think, Joe? Is a little bit more?
A little bit more.
You don't want it too thick. Little spaces here. Okay. And now we want to lay some spices down on top of this cheese. So I'm putting bell peppers, onions, and I got little tiny pieces of jalapeno, which gives it, to me, a really good flavor. I know it's not a traditional pizza topping, but I found that it just works out pretty good. You can tone down the spicing or you can spice it up. You can do that in the sauce too. And I like the big chunks. And then I love putting in thick sliced mushrooms. They absorb the flavor from the top and the bottom. I love thick mushrooms. To me, it really makes it flavorful when you can still taste the mushroom and everything else besides it that cohabitates with it. Okay, and now in between the mushrooms, I like to get the sausage that I fry. I like to put them in between, close to the mushrooms, because some of the juice goes into the mushroom. The mushroom is like the one thing that really absorbs different flavors. Now what I'm going to top this off with is I'm going to top this off with some pepperoni, a layer of pepperoni, and we should be in business. Let's see what we got here. Take a good look at it because I'm going to cover it up. Actually, I won't cover it up too much. I'll leave some gaps in there. And to me, that's part of it, is leaving the gaps to where you get the heat in and underneath everything. Because this is a pretty thickly topped pizza, and we want it to be well cooked. So we gotta kind of take our time and make sure there's little gaps to where everything can get the heat that it needs. I think that's enough. What do you think, Joey?
That looks good.
Okay, that's pizza.
Perfect.
It's ready to go in the oven. We're gonna let it rise a little bit. Oh yeah, she's cooking beautiful, huh? What a beautiful pizza. We got that porcelain tile on our bottom rack. I preheat the oven to 425 degrees. And it's rising pretty good. It's a beautiful pizza. Ooh, it's sizzling. Oh my gosh, can't wait to eat it. I want to mention that that tile is really helpful in making the pizza and cooking it evenly. It's just a Home Depot tile. And here's our result.
There you go.
You can hear it's nice and solid. Now it's time to eat. See you guys later.